Hello world. This is Trollsec, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna wall through this box, Previse, from HackTheBox. It's an easy box with a good rating. So, let's start. First, as always, we start with some enumeration. Map shows port 80. On port 80 HTTP runs as default, this means a web browser should be running. As we can see, PHP is running as backend language. You should memorize this info because you'll need that for the next step. Now let's check for some files and directories. Here I'm using FFUF, a fast fuzzer. You can use whatever fuzzer you want. Since we found out that's a PHP application, let's fuzz for files with extension .php. FFUF found some files, let's check them out. Here we can see some links, also /accounts.php is linked here. As you can see, we can't create an account, but I noticed something strange. We get a 301 response code instead of 401. Maybe this is a hint? Let's check out the response in burp. As expected, we can see the page, but we get redirected. This can be bypassed easily. What you need to do is capture the request, go to proxy section, press right click and choose do intercept response to this request. Now we can see the response and manipulate it. Let me change the response code to 200. Here we go, we can see the page. Now create an account and log in after that. Here we can see siteback.zip, let's unzip it and check it out. It contains the code of the application, so now we can read the code and search for vulnerabilities easily. The MySQL credentials are contained inside config.php, also memorize them for later on. Inside logs.php we can see the vulnerability, RCE, remote code execution. How you can see if we post a URL parameter, which contains some bash code, it will execute it because the user input is put into the command directly, without checking, or filtering it. This is common and really dangerous. Exploitation time. Now I create a server which sends the reverse shell code to the box if RCE success. Note, you don't need to create a server, just start a Python server, create a bash reverse shell file and send the same payload but link to the right file. Finally, we got a request. This means we can start a netcat listener and break into the box. Here we go. Before we start anything we need to upgrade the shell, because this connection will break if we hit, for example, Ctrl+C, type in the Python stuff to start a Thai shell, press Ctrl+Z, type in stty raw echo, then press FG and hit enter for 2 times. Now the shell is perfect. But we need to set the rows and columns to avoid some mistakes. Now we can start. First, let's check out my SQL database, maybe it contains some passwords which are reused. As expected, here's a password. Also malware's password, but this password could be reused locally. Let's crack it using hashcat and check it out. Because I cracked the password before and it took me some time, I won't do it now. The password is, I love Cody 112235 exclamation mark. In fact, the password is right. User.txt. Now we need to escalate our privileges. As you can see, we can run access_backup.sh sudo. What the file does is simple. It should compress files. But here's a big mistake, no full path is used. Since we can run it as sudo, we would have root permission, but the path variable would be set to malwares. So if we change the path variable, we should be able to execute any file named zip as sudo. Let's try out. Perfect. That's it. If you want to get a root shell, you need to change the code inside our zip files inside /tmp. That's it. This box was fun, the last step is nasty. That's it for today. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more cybersecurity related videos. See you, TrollSec.